Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jack.
I'm Phil.
I'm Jeremy.
And in this video, we're going to be talking about how to market a successful barber business. Let's get into it.
Marketing.
Marketing.
I think normal people, when we talk about marketing now, we're just going to jump straight to Instagram, right?
Yeah, social media marketing is the most powerful.
Yeah.
Right. How has that kind of worked out for you? I mean, like, well, just be honest with it, right? Like, how many realistically clients you pulled straight from DMs and just
straight from Instagram? I will say I've only gotten one.
Only gotten one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, I'm not a big social media guy. Like I really do not browse too much.
Right.
But even then, you're like packed, man. Every time I go to your house, it's like I gotta wait a bit.
Yeah.
Like there's always people there, you know.
It's just all about like word of mouth, really.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
So for you, it's been more like your friends posting you or just talking about it.
Yeah, like Philip was a big help. In the start, he would always, every time he got a haircut, he would post like get a haircut.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Exactly, all the time. Man.
And like I don't know exactly how many like I've gotten like from those, but I'm sure it's like in the tens, you know.
Right.
Which is important because like basically once you get a client as a barber, like they're gonna stick with you until they literally cannot get a cut from you, like due to distance or like gets too expensive for their taste.
Because once they build that trust with you, it's just like kind of a hassle, right? To look for
you guys
else.
know, like once you know someone can cut your hair, like you don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because every single time you go to a new barber, it's like I don't want to get messed up.
We have to re-explain everything.
It's the trust, you know. You don't have that trust.
Yeah.
For him, I literally sit down like, all right. That's it. You know, that's it.
Like,
you know, I don't want to tell them anything.
Right.
You know?
Like you just want to build like a trust with your client base, basically.
Right. So in a sense, like good customer service and good craftsmanship is the marketing, right?
Yeah. So like I would say like customer service is extremely important. Like obviously you want to be able to talk to them, build like some kind of friendship.
Right.
But I'm not even gonna lie. Like a lot of my customers, I don't necessarily have conversations with them.
Right.
Like obviously you're friendly to them when you greet them. Be like. Give them your name, like, hey, my name is Jeremy.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. And then the most important thing, like when you're cutting someone, and that transfers to marketing basically, is you want to fully get to know like exactly what haircut they want. So like be it like full description, like a picture really helps.
Right.
And then after like that's done, like you basically just recap everything that they wanted, and that already builds like a certain sense of trust.
Right.
And then after that, it becomes skill, like how good you can like execute on the haircut. And then once you finish the haircut, you flip them around, and they always like extremely satisfied. You know, like I rarely have customers that are not satisfied, just because I'm confident in my abilities, you know.
Right.
And then just by like that, like you finish the haircut and they're locked in basically for life until they can't get cut.
So that's the cool part about this business. You get a client and they're there forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like a monthly thing, so it's recurring. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some people get their haircut.
You don't even got a hard sell at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
like I do. You know what I mean? I gotta nudge them into the second sale. But then also the other cool thing is the results are immediate. Right.
Yeah,
so I'm wearing
that's
this.
another thing is like the instant gratification of like seeing like you from looking shaggy to like looking fresh.
Yeah. It's like a simple lineup makes such a difference.
Exactly. Yeah. So that like immediately makes them like want to just like, all right, I'm coming back.
Kmart to Whole Foods, like I always say, you know. Every time I come on Kmart, and after I leave at Whole Foods, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
I feel you.
Yeah, but like you have no idea how many times I got a fresh fade. I go to like the gym, and it was like, whoa, like dude, where do you get your haircuts?
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
And it matters.
You know?
Yeah, so basically after every haircut, like if it's not one of your friends that's like guaranteed going to like market for you, like just like let them know like, hey, if you have any friends that need haircuts, like shoot them to me, like offer some sort of incentive for them to come back. Like now I don't have to do it so much, but when I first started, I always say like, hey, yo, bring 2 friends and I'll give you half off next haircut. You know?
So you have like deals, incentive deals.
Yeah. Nice. Like from that to like say business cards is like kind of a dying like form, but it's still extremely useful. Like you'll pass them out like nowadays like Instagram is kind of your business card.
Right.
But it's good to have a physical business card because what I did at first was I would have hole punches. So like a boba stamp card basically.
Right.
Get 10 cuts, get one for free. Right. And then obviously like getting 10 haircuts takes a long time. For the average person probably like 8 months or something. So like you're personally not losing much money by giving that free haircut, but just by them filling up site 2 or 3, like you guarantee that they're gonna want to come back for every single haircut.
You just lock yourself in a customer.
Yeah, so you give them one. If they're decently satisfied with the results, even if they don't love it, like they're probably gonna want to come back just from the whole bunch. Exactly, because everyone loves free things.
Yeah,
that's so cool, man, that you can like just ask and that they're there for like years.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been cutting my hair for what, like 6 years now?
Yeah.
And I think
crazy.
that's like a good thing too, right? Because I think you touched on it a little bit earlier. They'll take pictures how they're friends, and in a sense, like that's validation from someone you know. That's like big marketing. If I heard Philip say like, "Oh, shoot, like I got Jeremy, he's doing like really good cuts or whatever," and I'd be like, "All right, you trust them, I can trust them." Right?
Yeah.
And we do the sale for you. It's
Exactly,
like a branch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a sale for me. People would just see the haircut and be like, "Oh, dude, like how much is that? Like $20." Like, "Oh, what?" And it's like, "Oh, cool, I'll be there." And they actually come. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, I've had a few of like just like your training clients.
No one does that for personal training. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really because like, like personal training for itself is like, it's like deemed expensive, and then obviously working out is like a long process versus a haircut is 30-minute process.
I think if like you do one workout session every time you look shredded after, everyone
will
be like, "Yo, Philo's my guy."
Crazy marketing, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things you can do with that that I can't, and that's why it's so powerful. You don't even need a Yelp, you know what I mean? Like you just need to ask people, and like just have them wear your haircut.
And it's good too because you're saying like you lock them in for a long time. That's like the whole year or two that they're with you, they're always going to be marketing for you.
Exactly.
I feel like every time you get a haircut, like no matter if it's the same cut or not, you just want to take pictures of it because it's fresh and it feels new.
And it's good too. It's always good. It's always consistent too. So it's not even a hard thing for me to do to tell people to come in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So other than that, like what else do you do to kind of market?
Other than that, basically like a lot of the times, like say I'll meet someone new. Chat with them a little bit. And if I like feel like I would like it, I would be able to cut his hair very well, and I know that he'll like it. Like I'll basically like, "Hey, dude, I'm a barber, by the way." You know, like that's when like Instagram comes in. Like even if I don't have a lot of followers, I don't get a lot of followers off Instagram or clients. Like Instagram is literally your portfolio. So you pull it out, you show them your haircuts, and it's like they're like, "Oh, it looks good." And then like even if they don't hit you up for like months and months, like they're gonna have in the back of their mind like, "Oh, I know this guy who cuts." So like maybe one time his barber like flakes on him or like he can't get a cut. And I'd be like, "Do I know anyone?" "No, I do know this guy," you know? So just like basically I would talk to someone, kind of plant the idea in their mind, and then just like tell them like, "Yo, like follow me, I'll follow you," you know? Just to kind of keep that
like
connection.
what's that conversation like though? Like do you like just kind of like talk
it doesn't
do you have to sell it?
It doesn't start off as like I'm trying to like get you in my chair.
Sure.
Usually it's just like most of the time it's just like if I meet like a friend of a friend, for example, like say like Jack, I just met you. You know, you kind of like build like some sort of rapport with them, get comfortable enough, and then like they already trust you in a point, and then like all I have to do is like, "Yo, like let me cut your hair," you know, and then I just show you my Instagram, and you're gonna look at it, and then you'll see like, "Oh, this guy is like."
Yo, what's so cool is that like that follow is like your sale. You know what I mean? That's so interesting.
It could take months and months, but like they're gonna come to you probably.
And we meet so many people in our lives. You know what I mean? It's
like
all those people are just potential clients. Everybody's your client.
The main thing about being a barber is that like you have to be sociable. You know? Like I used to be like the shyest person in the entire world, but like just having someone like stuck there for 30 minutes, like it forces you to have some type of conversation. So you kind of build like your social skills, and then that applies to like marketing yourself.
And that's something you can't ever do as like a chiropractor or like a plumber or like a personal trainer. You know what I mean? Like when you meet like a plumber, it's like, "Oh yeah, you got any pipes?" You know, like I'm super good at pipes. You know what I mean?
Because those are,
but like you know,
pipe it up.
It's like those are like specific niche like requirements, like I need to have a broken toilet to call a plumber. But everyone needs a
chiropractors though. They got that niche on YouTube though.
Exactly, definitely. I mean they do, the chiropractor sounds
like the whole ASMR thing.
But like one chiropractor session won't give you a fresh fade or like immediate results like a fresh fade can, which is like so powerful. You know what I mean?
It's all about people love the way they look.
It's immediate.
Want to look good.
It's like awesome. Selling confidence in a sense.
That's exactly how I feel every time I go there.
That's another thing is confidence. Like when you talk to your client, you instill a certain confidence in them before you even flip them around to see. You make them feel like you want to talk to them. You make it feel like, oh, like you're a cool guy, you know. Like make sure, like even like throwing out the word like, hey dude, you're a really cool dude. I really like cutting you. Yeah. And then like that instills confidence. You flip them around, and then they have like actual like physical confidence. And then they walk out of the barbershop just happy, you know. Yeah. Most of the time.
I think the third thing you do also is your Yelp at your barbershop, which is really important because the Yelp points to you specifically as a barber. We've done this before.
Yeah. So like basically, if you are in a barbershop, if you don't have a personal Yelp, like your barbershop probably has a Yelp, and then just make sure like everyone like get as many people as you can to just post a review, and then the keyword would be your name. Like, be like, oh, Jeremy gave me like the freshest fade I've had in a long time. I've actually gotten a lot of clients from Google and Google and Yelp off of like just reviews, because I've had like Philip, a couple of my friends post like my name. That helps a lot. And then obviously a few like actual clients. Basically, like first thing you do, like say you're new to a city, like you type in barbershops. As long as like your barbershop is like decent like SEO, it's gonna like pop up. They'll look through. If the barbershop has good reviews, they're gonna go in there. And then once they go in there, the first thing they see is your name. So then they're just
or if they have bad reviews and you're the only 5 stars, you know what I mean? That's even better.
But if they have bad reviews, it's not an environment you want to be in.
That's true. That's also true.
That's actually a really good tactic, because nowadays a lot of barbershops I go to, they'll like make an appointment on their website or their app, and right when you go, they're like, "Who do you want as your barber?"
Exactly. You don't have any basis.
Exactly.
So like if that happened, I would automatically go back to Yelp. If your name's popping up first in the reviews, then I'm going with you.
Exactly. So that's important.
You know how many times I've done that in the past, or like not maybe for like hair cutting, because I only go to you really, but like when I go to like I don't know, some like chiropractor or something, or like a training place or like a workout place, it's like, oh, I want to only choose like the best of the best. I don't want the
like
first
a trainer at LA Fitness.
Exactly, right? And I've been reviewed too, and I cared about my 5 stars.
And it matters.
It does matter. You know what I mean? I don't want the first chair guy, you know, who just started. I want the guy who cuts and everybody calls out his name, you know what I mean? So that's really important. And another thing that's really cool about it is that every time you can take a picture and ask them to put that picture on, which I did for you, right? And that was super powerful. Because after the fade, it's immediate. You take a picture, post that onto Yelp. Shit, like people like
taking pictures is extremely important, like for barbering, because even if like you're not trying to grow your social media, which you really should be, and I do need to work on that. That's like another aspect that I could work on to just boost the marketing even more. But like you should always take a picture, at least 1 or 2 a day, just to add to your portfolio, and that goes back to like meeting new people, showing them, just like they can see, like, because you can like go on like a barber's Instagram page and you see like 1 or 2 haircuts that you like, but then none of like the other ones, because they only have maybe like 10 like really match what you're looking for. And like you might have the skill and it looks like you have the skill, but they don't see the exact haircut that they want.
So they think you don't have the skill.
Exactly. So by taking like diverse photos, like every single new type of hairstyle you do, it just like adds to the portfolio basically.
That's so interesting, man. I didn't think about that.
Everything's so visual nowadays.
It's all visual,
You can't really talk about the fade that you gave. You gotta like show
it. Because if you talk in the fade, it's just nonsense. You know, it's gibberish.
Dude, I got killer skills.
You just gotta show them, right? And it's super easy to do that.
Picture proof.
So do you have to have a conversation with them about posting the picture or like taking the picture?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
I don't personally like ask them to post like their haircut. Sometimes they will if they really like really mess with the fade. But for the most part, like I would say not a lot of people repost it, but or like tag you like with the intent of like marketing for you. But like every photo that they post like on their personal page is marketing for yourself, because it's very possible like someone sees like their haircut, and then they're like, wow, that's a nice haircut, you know, where'd you get that? And then they're not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna tell you, you know, because like it's not a big deal.
They're not gonna be like, oh no, it's a secret, man, like my barber's mine, you know?
That's my guy.
Exactly. Everyone's always gonna be like, oh dude, there, go there, you know what I mean?
I guess vice versa, if you wanted to post their pictures, would you have to ask for permission?
You usually do. I always ask like, hey, do you mind if I put this on my Instagram? No one cares, you know. Like, people, Even if they're like the shyest person in the world, like people want to be noticed, you know.
Hype them up.
Say like one day your page gets big, people are gonna want to be like on there.
It's opposite for personal training. No one wants
to show
all sweaty and ugly.
Really?
Yeah, I always ask.
That's the thing.
You train a lot of moms and dads.
That's true.
They don't want to be
they're
on
more
social
private.
media, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, like I said, like everyone, you just look fresh afterwards. You want to show it off, you know what I mean? So
that's true.
That's a lot of good information on marketing a barber business, definitely. Do you mind just summing it up for us? Like what kind of things you do for like word of mouth or like online?
Yeah, so like 3 main forms of marketing: social media, word of mouth, and then like your actual haircut is like the biggest marketer.
Which is so sick because this is what you do.
Yeah, so it's important to just like really like post as much as you can on social media. It's really hard to do, but it's just really, you think about it, it's like a minute out of your day. Don't even think of like a clever caption or anything. Just post a picture, no caption. Word of mouth. Basically just be as friendly as you can while still being genuine, and they're gonna market for you.
Sure.
And then your haircut is basically your marketing, because you do a nice haircut, so it's basically you have to just get as good as you can be, you know, like always like grow. Like even the best barbers in the entire world, like they're always still learning. A failure is really like someone who thinks that they're already the best at everything.
That's true. Like I can agree with you.
That way, like if you're the best at everything, like there's nothing, you're not gonna like bother trying to improve.
There's no desire.
Yeah, so then like eventually, like you're even like doing that, eventually your customers will like their fade's always gonna be the same. Like some other barber's just gonna be way better. And then they're like, oh, that guy's hair is like way better than mine. Go to that guy.
So just be hungry, basically.
Be hungry. Just get as good as you can. Put yourself out there, basically.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a lot of good information, man. Definitely good. Yeah, well, so that's it for the video. Thanks for sharing with us how to market a barber business. Yeah, and we'll see you guys in the next one, part 3.
Cool. We'll see you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.